Hello, my name is Sarah DeWong. I am a project manager and consultant at Concentrus. Today, I want to walk you through some common fixed asset management functions. We will go through three functions: depreciating an asset, revaluing an asset, and splitting an asset. So let's start with the basic, and we will depreciate an asset. So I have these assets down here that I've created. They have their depreciation schedule already generated. So with that, I will go to fixed assets, transactions, and then asset depreciation. All right, and I will choose the asset type. I'm going to choose furniture and fixtures, the subsidiary that I'm going to generate it in or was generated from, the depreciation period. So note this should be current period or prior, not future periods, unless you've made that setting change. Okay, so I'm going to hit depreciate assets, and it will take me to the status page. Okay, so I'll let that run, but I want to go ahead and show you what it looks like after it's ran. So I'm at my asset list page right now. I'm going to go to the assets, and I'm going to open up the test depreciation and go to depreciation history. Click on my depreciation history details. And I'm going to find the February 28th, 21. And you'll see here that a depreciation transaction happened, and you'll know because there's an associated journal with that. And let's take a peek into the journal so you can see the GL impact. Okay. All these accounts were preset in your asset already. So every month or every year, however often you depreciate, you go through that exercise, the journal will be created, and that is your GL impacting transaction. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to revalue an asset. So we're going to go to fixed assets, we're going to go to transactions, and then asset revaluation. Okay. What this does, or certain use cases that you could use in here is if anything that would impact the asset's current value or depreciation schedule going forward, it needs to be done here. So you can write down amounts, you can adjust the residual values, lifetimes, and the depreciation method. All of these will impact either the current cost or the way it's depreciated in the future. So I'm going to do a simple $500 write down of this asset. And then we're going to process the revaluation. Okay. I'm actually not going to process because it's going to take a little bit of time, but I will show you what happens afterwards. I do have an example of that. And let me go back to my asset list. This is my sample revaluation. Okay, and again, we will go to your depreciation history. Okay, I'm going to go to the beginning of the records. And this is where I want to show you. So we did depreciate this asset already, down by $33. And as you see down here, afterwards, we did a write down of the asset of $500. And you'll see the adjustments on the depreciation on the revaluation of $833. And again, I will show you the journal entry for that. So you can see the GL impacts. Okay, so every function will have a GL impact showing the changes in the valuation of the asset. All right, so the third thing we'll do is we will do an asset split. So again, we'll go to fixed assets, transactions, and then we'll do an asset split. Okay, so the use case for this is typically you have, for instance, maybe you had a bill for 5 computers for $5,000 and it came in as one asset. So you have a quantity of 5 towards that 5,000. In this instance, I've got current book value of 491 and quantity of 2. And now I want to split that. And let's say I want to split it by 1. So what this is on this side is the quantity you're adjusting for, and this is the remaining quantity on the old asset. So it automatically splits it evenly at first, but you are able to adjust the amounts here. So you can say, hey, maybe this one is really just $100 and the rest goes to the original asset. You are able to make that change in these fields, and then you would click split. Okay, and again, I want to show you something that I've already split. So you'll see that there are 2 test split items down here. This is the original one, 22, and this is the newly split off is 24. I will go ahead and show you both. I will open up both so you can see a quick comparison. So 22 is the original one. It was $1,000 to begin with, and now the original asset cost has changed to 500. Okay, same with the split here. All right, and in the original asset, you will see in the depreciation history that split. Okay, you'll see that it was originally $1,000 with quantity 4, and it was split later on by 500 and by 2. Okay, so that you'll see that history in the original transaction. So that concludes the simple basic management of fixed assets in NetSuite. I have several other series regarding other management or functionalities in the fixed asset modules. Feel free to browse those. And if you have anything where we can help implement or answer any questions, please contact us at Concentrus. Thank you.